Look, I think it's an interesting topic.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Pop Cute Culture. We just want to hop on this quick video and discuss DonLemon. So, former CNN newscaster DonLemon has come out and he revealed shocking news, and we're being sarcastic by shocking. He revealed that he will no longer keep his account on X. So, if you recall, earlier this year, DonLemon was actually fired from CNN. He took some time off. He was on a hiatus for a few months. He went on vacation with his husband and things like that. He returned from his wedding and he launched his brand new podcast, The DonLemon Show, on YouTube, like everybody else. So now his first guest was Elon Musk. So what he did is he taped the whole interview with Elon Musk, and then months and months went by and Elon Musk had a change of heart. Basically, Elon Musk did no longer wanted to DonLemon to publish the interview. He didn't like it. He didn't want it to be out there. And so DonLemon actually took offense to that, leading to him feeling some kind of way about Elon Musk. And unless you've been living under a rock, Elon Musk owns X or Twitter. Nonetheless, DonLemon has remained on the platform because he believes it's a platform that is democratized and that is, that supports free speech. And we think X still supports free speech, but we'll get to the nitty gritty of that shortly. Fast forward to November 13th, 2024. DonLemon has published on his X account a memo basically stipulating that he will no longer be part of the X family, and for that matter, he's closing his account. So let's read his memo and dissect this together, shall we? And then the letter reads as so. I've loved connecting with all of you on X, but it's time for me to leave the platform. I once believed it was a place for honest debate and discussion, transparency, and free speech, but I now feel it does not serve that purpose. In addition, starting this Friday, November 15th, X is implementing new terms of service, which, among other things, states that all disputes be brought exclusively in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas or state courts located in Tarrant County, Texas. The full terms of service can be found here, and he puts the link to log on to. As the Washington Post recently reported on X's decision to change the terms, this ensures that such lawsuits will be heard in courthouses that are a hub for conservatives, which experts say could make it easier for X to shield itself from litigation and punish critics. I think that speaks for itself. You can find me on YouTube at The DonLemon Show or on TikTok, Facebook at DonLemon, Instagram at DonLemon Official, and Blue Sky at DonLemon Official. I hope you will join me there. So that is DonLemon's communication. And basically, he does not agree with the fact that any litigations must be held or disputed in Texas, which is a ground for conservatives, hence Republicans. And DonLemon is clearly a Democrat. So he feels there won't be a fair treatment of his litigation if he were to have any. And therefore, because of that, he'd rather leave the platform and be on other platforms that cater to his needs and legal needs for that matter. Every company, like let's take Airbnb, Google, all those companies are in the Silicon Valley. So their jurisdictions that applies when there's litigations is the California law that comes into play. But nobody questions that. Everybody subscribe and agrees to the terms. So DonLemon just doesn't want the Texas law to rule over anything future litigation that he may or may not have, which is fine. It's his choice. The funny thing is, when he announced this on Twitter, or X rather, a lot of people didn't care. And this is an absolute quorum. Nobody cared that DonLemon was leaving X. Why was he announcing that he was leaving? We have no clue why he did that. So if we go on his page now, Valentina Gomez said the following: I am reading all that. You can hit the delete account anytime now. Then Dan Bilzerian said nobody cares. Ian Carroll said, oh, you were still here? And Hilaria Braden Esquire said, it's terrifying that free speech now extends to conservatives too. Be well, brave soldier. That doesn't look like the person is for, but we'll carry on. There's other people. Libs of TikTok says, see you in a few days. Goodbye for now, I guess. Kangmin Lee said, you'll be back in a few days. LMAO. Sir Majesty said, this is not an airport. You don't have to announce when you leave. And so on and so forth. Everybody on Twitter, on X rather, has voiced their opinion, and the quorum is clear. Nobody cares that DonLemon is leaving X. Nobody cares. Are we surprised? No. As of late, whining about every little things, this and that. This is not CNN. When at the moment you go independent, everything is hard. Producer, you have to have your own staff, cameraman, you name it. It's hard. We know it, DonLemon. You don't have to take it all on us, and definitely not on X, because they didn't do that to you. Now, if you asked us, we think he has a reason to leave the platform, especially if he feels his rights will not be respected. Leaving Twitter, the third biggest platform there is right now, and Twitter is coming back slowly with Donald Trump's win, and Elon Musk being on the side of Donald Trump, and Elon Musk being one of the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Well, it can only get better from here. Twitter is about to take a different turn we never expected. And who knows, Twitter might return as on the stock exchange. Who knows? In DonLemon's defense, he's exiting X the same way he entered it. When he joined X and announced that his new show, the DonLemon Show, he exclusively dedicated X to being his sole only media platform where he would be broadcasting the news. It just so happened that he fell out with Elon Musk, which led to DonLemon joining YouTube and Facebook and all the other, media channels, TikTok and so on. So him announcing he's exiting is the same. He's just making sure that it offsets when he first announced he was joining Twitter. That's number one. And number two, obviously we don't know this for a fact, but we can only assume that when DonLemon decided to go on his own, he may have sat down is a big word, but he may have had a chat with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk might have convinced him that X was a platform for him. It is there's a freedom of speech on it, and it will enable him to actually reach out to a bigger and broader community, a community that he wants to have. We think that discussion may have happened behind closed doors. But in actuality, when DonLemon joined X, it's not what transpired. DonLemon fell out with Elon Musk. At this point, now that we know who won the election, we wonder if the interview that DonLemon had with Elon Musk, we wonder if there were mentions of anything that could be controversial. And we wonder if one day DonLemon could break his silence on it. Because now we're curious. So DonLemon once upon a time saw Elon Musk as an ally. Right now he sees him as an enemy. An enemy in the sense that his platform doesn't contribute to the well-being of what he's trying to do. So we think that's where the discrepancy is. And him announcing the news that he's exiting Twitter or X, it's actually funny, but at the same time, it's not so funny. We can look at it as being professional. So this is an unpopular opinion. Let us know what you think about this. Listen, DonLemon, we wish you well. We wish you could grow up. We wish you could disagree and agree with people and just live life. Nobody hates you. Come back on X whenever you're ready. Nobody hates you. We wish you well. We will still support you from afar. Take care. Be well. Stop holding grudges. So what we think is happening here is DonLemon leaving X is a mixture of definitely his values, like he said it. We're not discrediting that. But it also has to do with his relationship with Elon Musk, we think, and his fallout from that video that he was supposed to launch at the beginning of this year that didn't really happen. So he's still somewhat sour about the fact that he didn't get to do that. On top of that, the elections, the November 5th election, the outcome of it, Donald Trump becoming the new president-elect to be in power for the next 4 years to come definitely doesn't sit well with DonLemon because he's a Democrat. And so all of that mixed with the fact that Elon Musk is the owner of Twitter, or X, however you call it. And on top of that, Elon Musk headquarters is in Texas, and Texas has voted Republican. And that if Elon Musk is in Texas, Twitter is in Texas, the jurisdiction that needs to be applied to his business, X, will be in Texas. And so if Texas is Republican, then that makes their laws or their jurisdiction very conservative, to the point that as a liberal, DonLemon could publish something that could be against conservative and it could lead to a litigation. If it ever goes to court, it's a Texas law that's going to rule, and it could be in disfavor of DonLemon. And that is what he tried to explain in his communication, which is understandable. Now, DonLemon is not the only one that is leaving X. Even The Guardian, the newspaper, is leaving X for reasons that they're saying that the platform X is now full of, we're paraphrasing here, obviously, but you could read the article if you want online. But The Guardian said that the X is full of racist and far-right ideology and views, and it's something they do not, stand behind, and therefore they have been thinking about leaving X for a very long time, but now is definitely the good time for them to leave. And definitely, they will not post anything on X, but they allow their viewers or their subscribers to actually post their content on Twitter, which is hypocritical when you think about it. And this is what we've been saying all along. All these people leaving X, you're going to come back. And the crazy part is there are not many platforms out there, media platform that is out there, that can push your content out the way that X does it. So we understand that because you're a liberal, maybe your content can be a little bit suppressed. And so what? Stay on X and, put your company on the map, keep pushing your company and, see where this takes you. But the fact that you're removing yourself completely gives you zero visibility on the platform. Yeah, subscribers will come on the platform and post your content, but you're still benefiting from it. So whether you're in there physically or someone else is publishing your content for you there, it still comes down to the same thing. If you're going to not be on X, you should not be on there. You shouldn't allow your subscribers to post anything on X. See how that goes for you. As if it wasn't enough, TMZ spotted DonLemon at the airport where he was asked questions about Elon Musk. And take a listen to what he said.
A lot of people do sort of think that Elon is almost like a proxy sort of president because of his money and influence now. Some people are worried that sort of like, I didn't vote this guy in, but he's going to have a lot of sway over my life.
Look, I think it's an interesting topic. People like to talk about it. We've always had rich people who've had huge influence over our country, especially our media. Look at Howard Hughes and others. I mean, this is just, history repeats itself. It may not repeat itself, but it does rhyme.
So you're not worried though about Elon's influence on our country?
No, I live in a country that yes, I'm concerned about any private citizen who has that much influence. But this is America, and we live in a democracy, and I would hope that would prevail in the end.
Let us know what you think about this news. Does DonLemon have to inform people he was leaving Twitter? We would notice it at some point, but is that a deal breaker? Do we need DonLemon on Twitter? Comment below. As always, we love you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Bye for now.